Did you have a normal childhood? Well, my parents made us train for the apocalypse because they said unprepared children were as good as dead. By the time I turned 16, the training was so extreme that one of us almost didn't survive it. My parents moved us to the middle of nowhere when I was 8, saying society was about to collapse and only the strong would survive. They homeschooled us with half regular subjects and half survival skills, and Dad quit his job to focus on family security full-time. At first, the training seemed almost fun, like extreme camping. We learned to build fires without matches, find water in the forest, identify edible plants. But then they started waking us up at random times for surprise drills. 3 in the morning, and suddenly the house would be full of smoke bombs while they screamed that we had 2 minutes to grab our bags and meet at the rally point. If you were too slow or forgot something important, you had to sleep outside without a tent as punishment. By the time I was 12, the training was way more intense. We had to run 5 miles every morning carrying 20-pound packs, even my 8-year-old sister Luna. If someone threw up or collapsed, we all had to start over. Dad would chase us through the woods playing the role of hostile survivors. And if he caught you, you had to do hundreds of push-ups until your arms gave out. Mom taught us hand-to-hand combat, but she didn't pull her punches with kids, and I lost a tooth when she demonstrated a defensive move too hard. The food situation was insane too because they said we needed to be ready for starvation conditions. We'd have normal meals for a week, then suddenly nothing but rice and beans for a month to toughen our systems. Sometimes they'd hide all the food and make us forage, competing against each other because only the fastest got to eat. My brother Gabe got so skinny his ribs showed, and Luna started hiding food in her room until Mom found it and made her eat rotten meat as punishment for hoarding. When I was 14, Dad announced that we weren't getting hard enough fast enough. He started something called Hell Week once a month where we had to survive in the woods with nothing but a knife. No shelter, no food, no water unless we found it ourselves. They'd drop us in different spots miles apart so we couldn't help each other. The first time, I drank bad water and got so sick I hallucinated. But when I crawled home, Dad just said disease resistance was crucial for survival. They made us fight each other with padding and headgear at first, but eventually Dad said real combat didn't come with protection. My older brother Caleb broke my nose during a training bout, and Mom said it herself without painkillers because she said medical supplies wouldn't exist after society collapsed. When Luna cried about having to fight her siblings, they made her stand guard duty all night in freezing rain because emotional weakness would get the whole family killed in the new world. The weapons training started with paintball guns that left welts the size of tennis balls. Then Dad decided paint wasn't realistic enough, and switched to rubber rounds that could break skin. He built an obstacle course with barbed wire you had to crawl under while he shot at you, saying real enemies wouldn't aim high. Caleb's back looked like hamburger meat from getting caught on the wire while trying to move fast enough to avoid getting hit. The summer I turned 16, they announced the final test. Each of us would be hunted through the woods for 24 hours by Dad and his survivalist buddies. If we got caught, we failed the family and would be sent to live with weak relatives in the city. But first, they said, we had to prove we could handle interrogation. They tied Caleb to a chair and Dad's friend put a cloth over his face, pouring water over it while demanding he give up our safe house location. Caleb passed out twice